All right, let's get into it. Today we're breaking down 3 things that pretty much define the internet right now: confidence, swag, and the thing that wraps it all up into a neat little package, the modern lifestyle reel.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're just scrolling, and then you stop. There's this one video that just has a vibe. It looks amazing, but it doesn't feel like it's trying too hard. So what is the secret sauce here? Well, that's what we're going to figure out in this explainer.
So, first things first. Before we can even get to the confidence and the swag, we have to talk about the stage where this all plays out.
Okay, so what is a lifestyle reel? Think of it like a postcard for the 21st century. But, instead of saying, wish you were here, it's kind of screaming, don't you wish you were me? It's a highlight reel, a tiny little movie about a life you're supposed to want, all packed into a super short, super shareable video.
Now let's get to the first big ingredient. We're talking about swag, but I need you to forget everything you thought you knew about that word from like 10 years ago, because trust me, it has totally changed.
Just look at this shift. Back in the 2010s, swag was all about being loud, big logos, flashy stuff. It was basically a shouting match of, look at all my expensive things. Today, it's more like a whisper. It's not about what you have, it's about who you are. It's about your taste, your vibe. The effort is definitely still there, don't get me wrong, but the goal now is to make it all look completely effortless.
And that's really the heart of it. Modern swag isn't something you can just go out and buy. It's an entire aesthetic you have to build. It's the art of looking like you just rolled out of bed and threw something on, even if it took you 2 hours to pick the outfit, the filter, and the song. It's a whole language spoken through visuals.
Okay, so you've got the look, you've got the swag, but that's just the costume. What's the engine that makes the whole thing run? Well, that would be our second key ingredient, confidence.
And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you see someone just staring into the camera, so relaxed, so sure of themselves, is that real? Or are we just watching a really, really good actor? The truth is, well, it's a bit of both.
It's actually this wild feedback loop. See, you start by performing confidence. You craft that persona. Then you post the reel. And what happens? You get likes, you get comments, you get shares. All that is social validation. And that approval, that positive feedback actually boosts your real self-image. It's this crazy cycle where pretending to be confident can actually make you become more confident.
Okay, so we have our 2 main ingredients, swag for the look and confidence for the performance. Now, let's put it all together and see how the recipe works.
When you look at the formula, it all makes sense. The swag is all your visual props, the vintage jacket, the pristine sneakers that tell everyone you're cool and you have good taste. Then confidence is what brings that character to life. It's the direct eye contact, the relaxed vibe that makes people want to be like you. And the reel itself, that's just the perfect box to wrap it all in, with quick cuts and a trending song to make it go viral.
So here's the bottom line. When you combine the aesthetic, the swag, with the performance, the confidence, what you really get is the blueprint for a modern digital identity. It's literally a formula for how to present yourself to the world online.
All right, I know what you might be thinking. They're just silly videos, why does this matter? And yeah, it's easy to just write it all off as another passing trend, but I think there's something much, much deeper going on here.
This is way more than just videos. It's basically a new language for showing people who you are. These reels are like a mirror reflecting what our culture wants and dreams about right now. They're totally changing how we show status. It's less about the car you own and more about the life you can project. And maybe the biggest thing, it really starts to blur the line between the person we are online and the person we are in real life.
So, that leaves us with one last big question to chew on. Is all of this the next step in how we express ourselves? A new, creative way to show the world who we are? Or have we all just gotten really, really good at branding and marketing ourselves like we're a product? Definitely something to think about the next time you're scrolling.